Hey, all right, welcome back to Raff's Brain, a show about things that are interesting to me, folks. We're back for week 2 of Riffin with Raff and Hoa Fan. We're talking about the NFL 2026 playoff scene. My goodness, what an extraordinary wild card weekend we just endured. And Hoa, you picked all the winners, my friend. You nailed them. You nailed them.
Well,
You're unbelievable.
except for one. The
Except for
Steelers
one,
lost.
the one that I wanted too, man. It was very disturbing what happened last night. Let's go in order though. We're going to first talk about the
Okay.
matchup that we're going to work. So here's the plan. We're going to recap a little bit of last week, then we're going to look forward, and then we have some big news. And the football world has just been turned upside down in the past 24 hours. So we have to talk about that. But let's do a little quick recap of last week's picks and how things panned out. So we first started off with the NFC games, and it was we picked San Francisco and Philadelphia. You went with the homers. You're a home guy. You're a San Francisco guy, and you won. And I was
I am. I
shocked.
am. I am.
I was
I am.
shocked.
I am. Yeah. So again, again, very simple, right? I call it for the 49ers to accept why great defense. They got terrible defense, and against the Eagles, a lot of ups and downs. That's exactly what happened. They did all they wanted in the first half, and they did nothing in the second half. And this is not the first time. I think this happened like six times this year already. So unfortunately, for the Philadelphia Eagles, they're going home, and the 49ers is marching on.
Yeah, and the Eagles OC got whacked today. So I think that
Of course.
they need an overhaul. Their offense was just not working. They're not really playing to Hurts' strengths. So they're a great team. It's just remarkable
Hmm.
how quickly a team can fall because they were the Super Bowl champs last year and now they're out
That's
bouncing in
right.
the
That's
first
right.
round.
That's right.
So good for you. You picked a winner. You're up 1-0 against me in our projections. Next up
Hmm.
we had was Buffalo
The
and
Bills,
Jacksonville.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Bills and the Jags. Actually, this is the second one that I got wrong because I picked the Jags,
You
and you're
picked the
like, no, 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 the
Jags.
Bills gonna upset.
Yeah.
I did, yeah,
Okay.
I did. But you called for the upset, which you got correct.
And I'm feeling very good about it. Josh Allen is a monster. That last drive, it was 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1, and he just like plowed 8 yards down. It was unbelievable. That guy's gonna
Superman,
carry.
Superman,
I just think
Superman.
there's so much momentum with the Buffalo. He's gonna will his way into the Super Bowl potentially. Anyway, so that was a good pick for me. Jack,
Actually, I want to make a note on that point. For me, I said the Bills was too Josh Allen reliant. I guess when he's Superman, you definitely want to rely on Superman.
yeah, it's not a bad thing if you have a superhero to rely on. And then finally, the heartbreaker of the year for me, the Pittsburgh Houston game, which we thought was going to be a Steeler City, man, taking that momentum from beating the Ravens the week before. But no, it wasn't meant to be.
Exactly,
This
exactly,
this
exactly.
game was 7-6 going into like the third quarter, basically. Or it was like, what happened? It all just the wheels came off, man. The Steelers fell apart. It's very tragic.
Well, unfortunately, what I fear came true. This game is all throughout all the seasons, right? Throughout this season for the Steelers, if they can't run the ball, they lose. It period, just period. And unfortunately, actually, I wrote down some note here. We have 9 attempts, 24-yard rushing. What are you doing? And the CJ Stroud, the Texans quarterback, fumbled
Yeah,
twice,
yeah.
and it was 7-6 Texans at that point. I was like, man, it's like a struggle. It's like a struggle. Unfortunately, the Texans pass rush got to Aaron Rodgers, and I mean, it's not really his fault. I thought Aaron Rodgers did okay, but it was nothing. DJ Metcalf, see, and that's another thing about DJ Metcalf. It's like an up and down.
He
Sometimes he
dropped
wins,
some
sometimes he's
passes.
not.
He dropped a pass in
Right.
the first quarter, and I was like, "That's not a good sign,
Yep.
dude." Listen,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I want to give 1 second. We've got to give props, and I have to appreciate it because I did not count on this. Houston defense is unbelievable.
Exactly. Exactly.
Or is the Pittsburgh offense that terrible?
Well, the O line has also been a problem. Again, this is the reason why they can't run the ball. So it's a little bit of
Dude,
both. A little bit of
they were
both.
blowing the O line off their
I
spots and
know,
just
dude.
Like Rodgers had no time. It was crazy, and
Yep, yep, yep,
it wasn't
yep,
even as
yep.
close as it seemed closer. But when we had like three turnovers, and it was still 10 to
Yep.
6 at a certain point. Come on. Anyway, it was tragic. And but it is what it is. Houston goes on, and my Steelers have to come back to fight another day. But I'm still proud of the team. I'm still proud of the black and gold. We're going to be back one day. Just give it some time. All right. So now we're moving to next week, and we have four exciting games. Let's just go round robin. We shouldn't pick them all at this point. I think we can do that very quickly. All right, we're going
No,
to
no,
start.
no, no. I would say for the division round, let's just do three games
All
because
right.
we could do the 49ers Seahawks, Rams at Bears, and Bills at Broncos. All right.
Okay. That sounds good
Now,
to
now
me.
before we go talk about the divisional round, I just want to take a minute here to say the NFC West is the best division this year. This year, we got the Rams took care of the Panthers, who led NFC South. They're trash. NFC South trash. We all know this. Texans took care of the Steelers. AFC is trash. AFC North, what is going on here?
Oh my
And of course,
gosh.
the Niners took care of the Eagles. NFC East, it's kind of like mid and miss. But anyhow, so we got the Rams, we got the Niners, and the Seahawks. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like I said, that's pretty good.
Who do you have in the Seahawks Niners? Now you can't just pick your heart
Well,
here.
no,
You got
no,
to
no,
go with
no,
your
no.
head.
So again, I am a fan, but also very realistic. So we gotta do like a really big recap, just a short recap, right? Going into the season as a fan, my expectation was we're going to get into the playoffs if most of the players stay healthy. And unfortunately, the two great defensive player, Nick Bosa and Fat Warner, the linebacker, out this year. So I was like, hey, look, we're probably not going to make it to the playoff, but of course they did, in the wild card, and now they're advancing. So for me, this is a win already. So whatever happened, it's like a cream on top. All right, now this game in particular, they played 2 weeks ago, and the Seahawks shut down the Niners 13-3. All right, 13-3. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the road for the magical season. The 49ers, 49ers too banged up. Defense is just okay. It's like literally patchwork. And the Seahawks can run the ball. And also Sam Darnold for 2 seasons now. I believe he's like 25-2 or something like that. The dude is a winner. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a low scoring game. Hopefully, keep some of the excitement, but it's gonna be the Seahawks all the way.
Well, I kind of agree with you there, and I don't think it's going to be particularly close. I think losing Kittle, your tight end, is really going to hurt, and I don't see him pulling it together. But you have a bright future
Well,
there, and it was a
yep,
great
yep,
season.
well,
I
yep, yep,
respect that you can
yep.
appreciate overachieving in this season. That was
Of
not a
course,
bad
of course,
thing.
of course. Yeah, yeah. But I
Um,
gotta say, as a 49ers fan in 2010, what happened in 2010, right? The 49ers screw up and they hired Jim Harbaugh, really turned it around, right? Since then, I looked this up, Perplexity AI, everybody. The 49ers, since I became a fan, has appeared in the NFC Championship game 7 times.
oh my
7 times,
gosh.
going 3-4. All right, going 3-4. So
But they haven't won the Super Bowl. They haven't won the Super
they have
Bowl.
not. They have not.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I know. I know. I know. I
Dude,
know. Yep.
that's brutal.
Yep.
That's brutal.
That's life. It's life. It's life. So yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, they're going down this week, probably. Let's just be
Going down.
honest.
Yeah.
The only thing
Yep. Yep. Yep.
the only
Yep.
salvation, and this happens every once in a while, when the team has a bye week, they get a little rusty, they get a little sloppy, and they don't
Of
start
course.
off
Yep. Yep.
strong. And then
That's right.
sometimes
That's right.
if you get down in front of a home crowd, they can turn on you fast. So I think the pressure's on Seattle. Everyone thinks Seattle's going to roll, but if they don't get off to a fast start and it's a tight game, San Francisco keeps it close. There's a 5% chance they could win, but it's unlikely. All right. How
Exactly.
about how
Exactly.
about what do we want to do next? Chicago, Carolina, or Chargers?
Rams. Yeah. The Rams have
Rams.
Bears. Rams at Bears. So all right. So Bears, explosive offense. I think they scored 38 points on the 49ers about
That was
4 weeks ago.
ridiculous. It was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that was really nice. They got an explosive offense, and they also got a defense that can rush the passer. Right? The Rams offense is great. If Stafford is good,
Yeah.
but shaky protection. So you can see here, it's gonna be a problem. And last week here, I thought the Rams was gonna roll the Panthers, right? I was making fun of the Panthers, right? Rams defense gave up 31 points to them. So it's going to be the Bears. Unfortunately, I had the Rams as my what is the sleeper pick or something like that last week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're going down. Yeah, Bears, good. Bears good.
Listen, man, I'm more bullish on the Rams right now. The Bears really lucked that last game out. I'm not sold on Caleb. I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. I'm sold on their coach. He's got a lot of emotion and I think that they are just riding off a lot of good fortune. I like the Bears. I respect the city of Chicago, but I think Stafford is unstoppable in these types of scenarios, and he's going to take his team into the NFC conference title, and it's going to be exciting. But anyway, that's my thoughts. I'm going against you on that game, my friend. We'll see. We'll see who wins. And then finally, it looks like you want to do Buffalo, Denver, or do you want to do Houston, New England?
Actually, yeah, let's do the Texans at Patriots.
Well, I mean, my heart really wants. This is a tough game for me because Houston just destroyed the Steelers. You want them to lose, but I also don't want New England to win because they're so good for so long. This is I mean, is it possible for teams to just duel to a tie and then they have to flip a coin or something? I don't want anyone to win this game. I don't want anyone to win this game. But I think what's going to happen is the rookie is he a rookie second year quarterback there in New England?
No, I think. Oh yeah, second year, Drake May.
Second year, he's too young. Dude, Houston's gonna the defense there. Like if the defense perplexes Aaron Rodgers, I think they're gonna absolutely confuse and confound New England. And I just think the defense is too much. Houston's too. They impress me too much. We'll see if it's true or not. Could be the fact that the Steelers were a terrible offense, but I think Houston's for real, and I think they're gonna roll New England, and I think that's not a bad thing for the world.
So actually, this past week, the Patriots played against the Chargers. The Chargers have a pretty good defense, and so I believe it was a quite low-scoring game, and the Patriots won. So they won in spite of Drake May. So what that tells you is the Patriots defense. I looked at some stats. It allows under 18 points and about 250 yards per game this season. That's pretty good.
Wow,
that's pretty good. That's pretty good, and unfortunately for the Texans, even though they did beat the Steelers, I mean, C.J. Stroud had one interception and two fumbles. Very sloppy.
Very sloppy.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure the offense is going to score enough points against the Patriot defense. And Patriot defense, again, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm definitely picking the Patriots because I think overall there's nothing great about the Patriots, but there's no really flaw. I think they're just solid all throughout. Yeah. Now,
my theory.
I do want to briefly.
Go ahead.
Just briefly, since we are going to mention a little about the Bills and the Broncos, Josh Allen is the best quarterback remaining in this whole thing. So, I mean, if he beats the Broncos, then I think he has a pretty damn good chance of winning the Super Bowl this year.
I don't think it's
if they can beat the Seahawks,
I don't think it's if. I think Josh Allen. I think the Bills are going to romp Denver. I think they're going to destroy Denver. I promise it's going to happen. Buffalo is going to annihilate. I feel very sad to be in the Mile City this weekend, man. Mile High. It's like really thin air up there. People are going to be passing out in the stands really early in that game. It's going to be brutal. And I think Shroud, as terrible as he was against the Steelers, he's going to be just as good in reverse against New England. I think he's gotten all of his demons, all his bad out. So I'm looking forward to that Buffalo-Huston AFC Championship game. I think that'll be fun. But I think Josh Allen, like you said, that guy's unstoppable. I'm rooting for him hardcore. He needs it. Buffalo needs it. Upstate New York needs it. The world needs a justified, dignified, really hard-earned champion. So that's what I'm looking forward to. We'll see. Okay, so those are the picks this week. We're gonna check in again next week and see how we did. And right now you're one up on me. No, I think we're tied. I don't even know what the status is. We're not gonna keep score. Maybe.
I think
I picked the right one.
Yeah.
You beat me with San Francisco over Philly. I beat you with Buffalo over Jacksonville.
Yeah,
and we both lost. We're both 1-2. Hoa. That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah, we both 1-2. That's right. I was doing some math, and I don't know we both suck.
That's not good. I'm glad we didn't put some money down in Vegas on this. All right, we'll
exactly.
see.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
exactly.
Before we check out, real quick, man. obviously we got to talk about the story of the day. Tomlin
Of course.
out. Tomlin out. 19 years. Look, man, much respect for Coach T, and nothing but fond memories. Although I do think this is going to be a moment to evolve. He
Hmm.
Look, I'm a fan of the Steelers through and through. I'm not a critic, and I'm not going to be coming here and like talking to you about underachieving or this and that. If anything, he seems to always get the most out of what he has. I just don't think we have a lot of
Hmm.
talent. I think
Hmm.
our
Hmm.
front office is
Hmm.
struggling. We make these
Oh yeah.
long-term commitments to some players, and then I just don't know if it pans out. So it'll be fun to see where we go from here. I have good memories. We won a Super Bowl with him. We've been to the playoffs a lot. We have winning seasons. We need to lose a little bit, Hoa. We need to get our teeth kicked in for a few years and get some high draft picks and circle the wagons, get back on track. It'll be a few years, but I think we gotta lose a little bit before we get better.
I was looking some stats here. The last, so they hired Mike Tomlin in January of 2007. I was still in high school. I was almost finished, but I was still in high school at the time.
Wow.
So it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, and it seems like I think overall, I was very curious of the timing of it, and it seems like it could be like a mutual thing, but it could also be Tomlin's like, hey, look, this I forgot exactly how many opening, but there's a good amount. There's a maybe six, seven. Again, I haven't really counted all. And it seems like he's like, hey, I could be a great coach at somewhere else, and obviously he's been always been a great culture builder, which is what a lot of team needs. Like the Raiders, just a bunch of losers, really. I mean, what have they been doing?
Hey,
Bring
listen,
Tomlin in, just get everybody straight up.
no, he's not a thug. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna go roll with those crazies out there in Oakland, man. I don't think he could. I don't know. Oh, it's in Vegas now. Sorry, I get them all mixed up. All these
Vegas, Vegas,
franchises name it.
Vegas, Vegas.
I
I
love
know, I know.
John Madden's Raiders. Those were the boys.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
here's what I'll tell you. Uh, I think there's some inside news. I don't think he's going to coach this year. I think he's taking a step back. He wants to do some color
Oh,
commentary. He wants to do some
okay,
TV time. He wants to
okay.
relax a little bit, and uh,
I see.
and I think he'll make some money and enjoy that. He's got a great presence. In my opinion, he'll do so great on TV. He's got all these,
Mhm.
they call them Tomlinisms. The standard is the standard. Our
Mm,
field goal kicker is
mm.
a serial killer. He's got a lot of great quotes, and I think he'll do really well on television. And I don't think he has a reason to go back to the sidelines. I really do believe he might just be in his blood and he wants to do it and prove himself. But look, he won a Super Bowl.
Mm,
He had a great
mhm,
record, the
mhm.
most extraordinary record for a coach over that sustained period of time. Never a losing season. Do you understand how impossible that is to pull off?
Yeah.
And so good for him. I don't think he needs to go back. I don't know if he'll succeed if he goes back, but I wish him the best if he does.
Mm,
Maybe
mm.
the Jets or the I don't know. I could see him playing a lot. I see him going a lot of places. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But or he could be like Bill
Yeah,
Cowher and just like ride off in the sunset and never go back to the sidelines. Who knows?
yeah, yeah. No, no. But yeah, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I was like, just going back ever since I started watching NFL football to since 2010. The Steelers has been to the AFC Championship twice. 2010 and then 2016. They're 1-1. That was it. So I haven't seen a lot of the Steelers. I just haven't seen them. They've been missing in action, unfortunately.
Yeah, you missed the
That's just how
glory
it is.
days. You missed the
I
second.
know.
You missed the Roethlisberger early years. Anyway, listen, this has
Yeah.
been a lot of fun. We had another week under our belt. We got some picks, and we'll take it in, and we'll do it again next week and see what happens. And
Championship week.
oh, it's gonna be a good one. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Raff's Brain, Riffin with Raff, NFL Playoff Special. Until next time, see ya.